Sunday is for lovers, right? But grand rising to everybody. Just wanna, yeah, correct something or just add on to something. I forgot the Friday uh little live we did that became event o'clock. The intention was not event o'clock now. So I forgot something very important regarding the cosmic packs now and the whole paddling situation. I forgot to add Hori. Or I tried actually making a second live, but the audio wasn't too good, so I had to delete that. So thank you, Gogo Twili, for alerting to that. But I wanted to say, Hore, I didn't give a comprehensive picture of when hey, you're gonna use your tools, right? So, so the energies, the energies that reside in you, right? All the 12 houses that reside in you, um, but at certain points, at certain times, a certain energy is more prevalent than the others, right? Or people that are born at a certain time would embody the energy of a certain energy house or deity or star sign, right? Versus anybody else. But we know we go deeper into the deacons part of it and all of that. And then because we are trying to get to a point where we are doing everything in unison, right? That is the only cure that we have as a house, right? Historically and everything else we've seen, everything that happens in unity in a better chance of winning, right? Um, or success, whatever it is. So the times re phahlang ka tsona gogo ne gogo Botswana and those who are asking her. Um, so you can incorporate your cosmic pack ne to do whatever you do spiritually already. But for unison and what we do collectively is Gemo Patlo wa 6 a.m., 6 p.m., midnight, midday, right? But that is when the energy changes. We've covered this other episode where we dealt with the four sons of Heru. Ne. But more accurately, sunrise, sunset, that is when we give a reverence to the energies, right? Whatever energy that is. And then the important one, though I did mention it, is how the season that you just come, oh, you need to close the season that you just come from. So in the book itself, the ebooks that we have, there is the part where, okay, after you've summoned and you've done the invoking and all of that, we give gratitude at the end. Even if you don't do it this way, you do it how you're led spiritually. But you give gratitude for the deity or the energy or the spirit or moya that you've been working with, and then you close that portal before you open the other portal. And then at the end of the season, we do the same thing, right? So hari fetsa ka our season, like if invoked and you asked Hore Morena Mutala to work with you for the season. At the end of the season, you give gratitude, whatever, however way the season goes, because I did twine, right? Like for me, Noot Busy was a very was a bit difficult, but was a very important one for me. September was very kind, you know. August, September was kind, except for the passing away, the physical passing away of people, right? So I hope I covered everything, Gogo, regarding the cosmic pack, ne? But you can incorporate it if you are doing both 3 a.m.s. You can still use those candles ka 3 a.m. of your 12 o'clock and your prayer. And then I also said those, I don't know if I mentioned it on the episode that actually did air, or if you are part of the people that are transitioning from your Abrahamic religions and all of that and want a better understanding, please do hit me up. There's a Gogo, she's so kind, she's so willing to learn, you know, even though she grew up in a very strict, you know, or in my consideration, Hori, Bofaya feel are more strict than the Abrahamic religions that we come from, you know. It's a, the black versions of the white versions of the churches, right? So anyway, then I also want to apologize for the direction that that life took. That wasn't the intention. And like I said, Hori, no, I'm in a new season. It's a new year. I need to display growth, right? So sorry for taking you guys, especially the ones that know already behind the scenes. So I do apologize for that short lived. But while we are on that, as well, then I just wanna give a shout out to everybody who's doing the same content or similar content that we are doing, with the desire of liberating umuntu omnyama, right? With the desire of actually wanting a healing, for all of us. So if you've got knowledge for bettering rona as indlu emnyama, please, we implore you, please do not have that burning thing inside of you. Please do share the knowledge. Some people are gonna awaken from somebody else saying something else, somebody else will awaken from somebody else saying something else. We know that our spiritual house is in shambles at the current juncture, but we give thanks as well. Maybe the whole what's this? The whole movement of everybody wanting to gateking and privatize and privatize our practices. Maybe it's time where it needs to feel like the peak and then rear down again. I was actually having a very interesting convo. Like one of my favorite gogos, or yeah, maybe it's gonna get to a point more but we impose the regulations already starting, actually, the whole regulations thingy. Maybe we'll get a Toza Gogone or a Makosi. I don't explain what these regulations are about, how they're affecting us. But the chat here, I know my generation hates it when we're talking like the youngins. But the chat here is, if you've got knowledge in this content, if you've got knowledge elaborating umuntu omnyama, motho motho, ndlu ya rantsho, if you've got content is misleading, is misguiding, please don't be deterred, by people who feel hore, no, this you can't share this, you can't share that, I little gatekeeper content, right? Once it's out, like nothing is new under the sun. If anybody was gonna tell you, Uti, yeah, you saw this because of me. Mm-mm. Unga, unga. Don't go with what's this, cult mentality, where you wanna gatekeep into tsabonghono, just as much as motakasiri. I'm the first one to take you to a waterfall. How do you know? We're living in a collective memory time, as Miss Hills would say. We're all living in collective memory here. So nobody's doing anything new. Nobody is, um, you know, as long as govenda about AB content in and when you have the knowledge of this content, please do share this content. If it's a win for Takyo one, at least, please. Thokoza, 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 thokoza ntu, bana bantu, bana bandlu emnyama, thokozani. Nothing formal, Kesh. I'm just correcting my actions on Friday. I was just giving a breakdown on how to use the cosmic pack because it was asked go Botswana how to use the cosmic pack, and I was just adding the part that I missed because that episode went into event o'clock. But I'm just saying the likes of Bontu, by virtue of you choosing the name Yantu, says that there's certain knowledge that you have, so do not be deterred by anybody who's gonna say, Hore, hey, the content Lena belongs to, I don't know. I think Linda De Credo would have been happy to see how his works is spreading, today, and how the youngins are also latching on this content. So I might not deliver it in the same way that you're gonna deliver it, but if you've come across a certain knowledge, certain higher intelligence knowledge, it is a spiritual duty to actually share it, how we gatekeeper. We don't know gore wena batho ba gago ba bereka jwang. Nobody has gatekeep. Right? You can gatekeep your intellectual property. Absolutely, you can gatekeep your intellectual property. You can gatekeep the episode that you're shooting. You can gatekeep a book you wrote. That you can absolutely gatekeep. But what you're not gonna gatekeep, you more, yeah. You cannot gatekeep more, yeah. You can gatekeep the revelations and the downloads that your ancestors and your guides and your Powerpuff team give you. But what you're not gonna gatekeep is knowledge that already exists. Like I'm saying, Hore, the sun, akhbar king, nothing is new under the sun. The sun itself, we having the problem of people with a very dense root chakra, an unhealed root chakra, a damaged root chakra, going around in these spaces and saying, Hore, no, you saw you saw the sacred site because of me. uh no, no. Some people really transport, we transport to expose people to certain things, I know we used to have big towards a gogo towards a gogo weekends, where we felt leader Jane, same gogo, because we'd see each other every week. That's how serious we were about black unity and the restoration of the black house and all of that, and the healing of us. We'd literally like see each other every weekend, no horoke, reta so maybe we need to bring those back, or the hikes. Gogo Botswana, she did ask okay, no, she wants to be part of these things. But there's events that we are still planning. And then there's maybe like light ones that we'd want to do, not necessarily a hike or in, not that we want to be different, but not necessarily a hike, but something dope that we'd want to do. But yeah, this is the chat of this chat here. Or askising. But I think I had the quorum ne. I had the quorum. I did not swear at anybody. I did not say hore, let's get blindly. I did not say hore, but was beat. I didn't say that ne. But I'm just saying, I'm just recorrecting that action. Or I don't want to go to that level. But when you come and go my platform ne, like who free, right? Who free, so free, guys. That is why again, not asking Hori, please do subscribe if you're resonating with the content that we do, right? And there's an episode, actually, I think Erkifele organizer the content in its playlist, where I did explain Hori. What is it that we do on certain days? What is it that we do on this platform here? We don't just do the Southern Hemisphere calendar, but the African calendar. Um, or the nature's calendar. Yes. So people want to gatekeep this. Literally, are saying they want to gatekeep the sun, the moon, the stars. It's insanity. It's really insanity. People want to gatekeep cannabis. People want to gatekeep a I don't know, there's an eclipse today. You can't do that, guys. You really cannot do that. But also, what we notice as well is it's always black against black, and it's in a spiritual realm. Like I said with one of the lives that I did, that it's so sad when it's, what's this? Like side, thinking that when we are all in a spiritual space, we all have the same respect and reverence, and acknowledging that this is a spiritual space, but clearly we all not there, and we need that balance. Nothing can be all good, nothing can be all bad. We need that balance, we need the opposition forces. So thank you to the Khosi Khairi that brought the Vento clock on, that king. I forgot how to even pronounce his name, but I know it's like a Dikhang kind of name, your name is your surname kind of thing. Oh, but it might be their own representation on socials as well. So thank you for bringing that light there. But and bringing that Venture clock, I think it gave me the opportunity to just say, Hore, bona if o go Botswana and then Botswana ga ba itse kgang ena, please share this knowledge. If o go Kenya, if you're sorry, I have to speak the diasporic language now. If you're in Kenya and people don't have access to this knowledge, please do. It is a spiritual duty if you have access to a sacred and high intelligence knowledge for you to share. These are the spiritual rules. But this is one of the rules. You cannot keep it to yourself either. If you are able to feed somebody, you've got enough to feed somebody else, please do feed somebody else. And yeah, do not be swept by, like I'm saying, like cult mentality. And when you're in a cult, I don't know if you guys have been in cults before, but when you're in a cult, Luena, like you believe like the nonsense, you are like a group mentality, and some people are just gifted with the art of speaking, that is why some people can literally go to their game, a musician, tomorrow. And in the music space, they also, ke batho ba conscientizing, or people who are able to influence people, then the next day babe moruti wa ko be a church or whatever it is, and even then it get influence, the next day ke moruti wa ko Zayo, and the next day they running whatever, so it's that gift of speaking. So do not be by some people just have the natural ability to just speak, whereas with some of us, only when we eventually in our early 20s came out of our shells, that's when we sort of had the atinyana or the desire to speak. Yeah, for me, I'm not really a speaker, especially because my points are always all over like this, and I speak so fast and all of that. But because I have this thing where I just need to share certain things, not just secrets though, to share certain things, hence I am here. But even if you don't have the most perfect or egg, we see you guys, bo melody, we see you guys, we see the content that you're doing, big up queens and kings. We see bo Rasheru, we see bo who are in these spaces. But Dumang, I haven't seen Dumang in the longest, but how he presents the Kemetic deities and everything else. We see you, King. We see there's a lot of people go TikTok. I don't know their handles, but there's a gentleman. He usually has his retreats, go Bohartis there. How he unpacks the content in our calendar. We see you, King. We see you. Keep doing the work. We seeing the upcoming ones. We seeing the young ones. I'm so happy when I see the youngins. Bo Ghost. What's your handle? Is it Ghost WLW? Yeah, but Ghost Girly. I think it's Ghost Girly. We see you guys. We really see you guys. We see the works that you're doing, and because you guys have your own audiences as well, it's really great. We see Bo. Even the ones who are not my favorites, but we see the content that you're doing, we see the angles that little latanka thing, some people fetch it all the way from the stars, Babang wanna go the Anunnaki route, Babang. So nothing is new, Bobo. Some people have managed to there's an author I wanted to mention, I forgot his name actually. So they managed to take Leona, what we would see as a Sumerian, right? Like the whole Anunnaki thing, but they managed to bring it back to us, or remind us what actually this is from us, the black names that came from that. Because like I'm saying now, when I first encountered this content was only from an American point of view, but we are seeing the rise. Ahona, anything that's gonna stop Moya, not your cult leaders, not your church leaders, not anybody's gonna talk negatively. We are very aware also of the mess that is in the space that we are in. We are very, very, very much aware of that. But let's keep the fire burning, let's let's pass the baton to the next, the youngins, the upcoming ones. We see you guys, my 2K. Now you guys are my favorite people ever, 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 because I think Lee, that this wave of consciousness, we went to all these institutions, we saw nothing wrong, or we did see Marrakech, Neritobela, you'd even take pride or no. Kikeni, what university? That time there's a whole flag of colonialism that is flying there. But enter you youngins, you guys come and you're like, hashtag he fees must fall. So such little things, And then another thing, because we haven't had like proper catch-ups in a while, and I know my time is awkward, we're about to hop onto the Moya podcast now, got 8 now. They probably have an episode now. But because we haven't caught up in a while, there's a lot I've been meaning to ask you guys. But yeah, thank you. And yeah, this is just correcting the almost mess. But I was very demure. Hey, I was very demure. Togoza Gogo. Hey, you caught us. What time is it there in the US, Gogo? But yes, there's nothing big, Gogo. No lesson delivered or anything like that. But yeah, just correcting the event o'clock on Friday, and just adding the part that I missed regarding the cosmic pack. But thank you. And you are up, Gogo. Okay, no, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. And yes, Happy New Year to those I haven't seen. Happy New Year. I hope the festivities were really great on your end. And thank you for those who are holding space for us in every way possible. Happy Asa season. This week I think we're just gonna go into regular programming. I'm back. I'm healthy. Even though we've done our Asa episode so far. But yeah, you know how we do. You know how we do. And the hydrogen is pumping, so there is that energy pump. We need to be back. Happy Asa season, Gogo. Happy New Year. I hope it was really great. I know you guys they are in your colder periods as you're going into hibernation. But thank you for being one with us, because we know we're from the motherland. But thank you so much to everybody also who didn't take it very badly. And yeah, like I said, I didn't swear at anybody. I didn't call anybody out of their names. But yeah, with today's rising, I just wanted to say, Hore, please don't be deterred. Don't stop what it is that you're doing because people feel Hore. Koila. Togoza Hotep, Gogo Hotep. Yeah, so don't be frightened by anybody, whether Batamali, Haile Selassie, Batamali. Don't be deterred if you are already doing content that's awakening that, or if you're already sharing with your own family. I think that's where we need to start. If you want practice up like unity, we know it's very hard in our families because we are the crazy ones, right? But I definitely know that my family, they do watch, they definitely watch. They definitely, even though they don't understand who I am as a person, but there is that level of respect that I'm afforded as a person, okay, I know she's crazy, this one, but we hear her. So let us start practicing that, and just also be very aware. Do not be, spirituality is your own. Do not be a victim of just going like cult mentality. If anybody tells you what this is how you need to do it, if you're not doing it this way, it's like you always. That's why I always say, as much as we're doing content and we're saying hore, um this is how the ancients used to do it, but you want to do it in a way that resonates with you. Not everybody, like especially that's for two groups. Not a lot of our people, especially those who don't have maybe, well, I doubt there's anybody who doesn't have this lineage, the Nguni lineage, right? Some ancestors, the prominent ancestors, abana what impepo. Coco, I'll give you a call just now. I'm finishing now. I'll give you a call now.
Okay, thank you, Gogo.
Sure. Some ancestors ba Batswana ba re berekisi mpepho, right? But maybe go ba le mekubetso e itseng and different incenses or some other indigenous things that we do. So you mustn't go ka group mentality when you're doing spirituality, because we might as well form our like a new cult movement. My friends joke and say, Coco, you must run a cult, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That is why also I prefer also not giving lady. Yes, we almost did that when we are starting the space here, and giving the spells and all of that. But you need to assess for, okay, does this certain herb resonate with a certain person? So that's why I prefer the one-on-one thingies versus the blanket approach to things. So please, if you are that friend, the crazy friend in the group, and you have that knowledge, um hey Gogo, hey Gogo, towards Gogo, yazizolo, when I finished unpacking my cosmic pack and busy doubting myself if I did it right, it became Makosi Togo. You see, so such things. Thank you, Gogo. I actually wanted to check if you got it, but I think you did get it in the time that you are waiting for it. Thank you so much for getting your pack. And I hope, please do use the season, guys, especially for those that prefer the abundance and prosperity part of spirituality. Asa comes and provides us with the new ideas, the new beginnings, the abundance, the prosperity. But yes, please do. You see how Gogo did hers, where get confirmations, learn how your people work. I think the one thing when I was getting into my reawakening, the one thing that I'd always remember, um, I'm sorry for disturbing the topic. I was lagging. No, please do ask. Please do ask. Please do. Oh, umkhulu thokoza khehla. But we know most of the time umkhulu ne. Eh, okay, but correction. Makhosi, mkhulu, siyabonga kakhulu. Ntu, you can ask while we still here. The question, you can definitely go off topic. But you see, like it's dribs and drabs of us, would probably be the only ones in the family that are hearing this. At times, later consciousness and awakening will come in different manners, through some other platform, a different platform, or um some conversation that you have with somebody, or you went to, I don't know, whoever's church, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, don't stop sharing anything that's beneficial to Daki. If it's gonna liberate us as a people, please do not be scared of by people. Do not be scared of, like, especially la emhlabeni. Nobody owns limhlaba on, as much as re but what the title deed and all of that today, but nobody owns. That is why when we started the towards the Gogo gang, when we're starting with our hikes and these little sleeping under the stars things that we used to do. Shout out to my kids. I hope you guys are okay. I miss you guys. But these little things that we used to do, we'd go to these places, Mobaring, the Onaki, Vander Mangmang. We'd go to these places, rente these signs that are prohibited, private property, emhlaben kabani, So we were the crazy bunch of these places, So, but it gave opportunity for it opened up ways for other people to have access to these things. So that is why also what's on these sacred sites, and I feel the people that actually do bump into the content that we do here, the spiritual family that we formed here, spiritual G's in all your fraternities there. I feel, and as Gogo, one of my mentors, I mean, I mustn't say her name, she'd say that, it's Gogo, the people that are on this podcast here, like the vibrator, frequency anyway, we're not here anymore. Now we are vibrating here. So we know we are people that are cognizant of facts that when we go to these spiritual places, these sacred sites, we clean up after ourselves. We don't leave the god coat, we don't leave dead chickens and all of that in rivers, because looking at the four elements, earth, fire, wind, air, we know these are the things that very empowering. So if we're leaving such places in a mess, what are we actually saying? Rokezana ko di riving te feel. We don't want to do that. So I want to thank all of you guys that are here as well for the higher consciousness that you guys are vibrating in, and the feet and the footings and the walkings that you're about to step into. And we just, like I mentioned on the Friday episode, we're gonna get into a cannabis series. So if you also still have colonial ideas regarding cannabis and all of that, I implore all of us here, this is a knowledge sharing platform that we've created here. And like I'm saying, we don't just do the calendar, but whatever healing modality it will benefit that you are doing it here. It's just fortunate, I guess, fortunate that some things that were breathed into us, they came in this way, where we're gonna speak of zodiacs from the African perspective, from the southern hemisphere perspective. And as Tuganga, there's nobody who's gonna tell us, hore, this content belongs to me and all of that and all of that. I've done you done spoke to Jay Wake and Bake. What's up, Stoners United? But yeah, there's nobody who's gonna deter us from the work that we're doing, especially when it's not for the benefit of self preservation and the glory and all of that. Like I said in the like I said in the Friday episode, Hore, we're not doing this for glory. Well, I'm not doing it for glory. And I said, Hore, I would have liked to be behind the scenes. I remember when I was, how old was I? But I was still young, probably over 18 or 8, I was like, well, I just had this idea, Hore. You see, I've always been futuristic. I've had this idea, Hore, man, I just wish I had a platform where, I think there were polyphonic phones by then, or before there were polyphonic phones, where I just have like red lips, and just these red lips are talking, because I always had a lot I'd want to share. But yeah, unfortunately, I had to be the face, even though like I said, the beginning or the intention of the space was in the direction that we took. As kissing, but I'm healing, ne? I'm healing. If the flame is coming out, it means I'm healing. Shout out Dr. Sebi. Like and like people who also wanna gatekeep Dr. Sebi. Come on, guys. No, it's spiritual. What's this? It's a spiritual rule. When you know something beneficial to the next Hue, 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 Hughes. Human, please, you need to spread the knowledge, please, 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 please. But makosa makulu, siyabonga also libo makosi and all healers in the space and all who are stepping into the healing spaces, stepping into the space. Nkgono ke tlo founela now, tse ko nane, ke tlo founela now. Ke a fetsa now. Oh, I thought it's Nkgono. Oh, it's not. Anyway, but yeah, that is all I came to say here. But yes, so I thank you for the works that you're doing, like in the healing spaces, whether you're a shrink. I still haven't been told if shrink is derogatory or not. But the shrinks, the Bomakosi, our floor X-ray gang, the ones that take people to the waters, the tarot card gang, the chakra balancers. Thank you for those also who are coming for the massages. Thank you, thank you. Our palm readers, our zodiac people, our Rastafari, because also Lelona, your knowledge is potent, even though elsewhere there's disagreements, whatever you are doing in your own space, benefiting that, whether you are just embodying the content that we're doing here, the Anqueras, thank you, thank you, thank you, the ones who are respecting the space highly, the ones who are, thank you, like the ones who are watching and something in you is brewing, because I definitely know that we are not here for just vibes, even though sometimes it is vibes, we're getting into my favorite month of the year, a lot of people's favorite month of the year. Teteru season, it's Pride in South Africa. So yeah, well, let's not disrespect Asa, it's still Asa, but we're gonna go into a Heteru season and all of that. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. For healing that you're doing in your own families, if you are the vessel by virtue of the books that you are reading, thank you by virtue of the questions that you're asking your own family. That is healing. That is a trigger. That is you taking your family in a different direction. I just spoke about you, Coco, Togosa, and Grand Rising, Rich Rising. I love I love that. But thank you for all the works that you are all doing. Do stop retracting your messages. You are my tribe. You're my tribe. So I do hear you. So thank you. For all the works that you are all doing. Whether you're initiated or not, Mara by virtue of you like. Even if you're wearing a dashiki, and by dashiki you are making conversation happen in the family. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that is all I had, and I hope this one was more demure. But I wasn't swearing at anybody. But yes, so don't be deterred, don't be scared by anybody who wants. There's nothing new under the sun. We are all for the space you created, Royal One. We give thanks. Thank you, Gogo. I was actually mentioning you earlier on, Guti. We see you, we see you, we see the works that you're doing, We see this is the Gogo mermaid with those long, long locks is. So she's also teaching in her own right, and she's got her own audience. And I'm saying, Gogo, do not stop, Aguna Mundo gatekeeper the content. Whether you're gonna go also write your ebooks, please share it. It's a spiritual duty to share the knowledge, whether you're gonna speak about your hair. Yeah, maybe you owe us that series, Gogo, the power of hair and spirituality. Yeah. Actually, I still need you here on my platform, but we really really give thanks for the works that you're doing. So please don't be deterred, guys. Don't be shaken by anybody. Don't yeah. Imagine if um uh churches only had one branch. That's why now the branch akere, like vibration yeah it khuphuka today never exist if there's just one branch and just one sick person saying that this belongs to me, this is my content Lankalohai. So don't be deterred. It's as long as it benefits Taki, as long as it's healing for Taki. Hi Gogo, all the way from Botswana. Yes, you see Gogo started also a movement there, Go Botswana. Nasi your content, Go Botswana. Or Nasi and how we're presenting it, whatever portal that you are, and there's people who can benefit from the healing works that you do, please continue that work. Never udweka anybody, never, like I said in the beginning, I'm sure Bontate Zulu Matabo, Bontate Credo are happy that we are spreading that content. I don't think that the Credo today will be on some. I'm the one. my content. I'm the one that told you that we are from the stars, so you can't talk about it. You know, such things. I don't think he'd be that bad. And because we understand as a people, we work. Barking, are more me. We're not me people, you know. Yes, even if you're doing music and it's spiritual and it's on the right frequency, 432 hertz, ne? Yeah. Please continue doing that. But Uncle Ma'at, thank you so much. Yeah, this one was kinda ne. But yeah, no disrespect also to that queen who was asking that question out of turn. But I'm saying when you come to my space here, you can't ask me why I'm not doing a certain thing a certain way. It's ke habona, ke hana mo. You can't tell me to do a certain thing in a certain manner. Do it on your platform. Do it on the platforms that you're mentioning. Ask them, Hore. Hi, Gogo. As you're talking, I'm showing a friend from Boto's Gogo gang. And as soon as she saw you bavuka. Hi, now I'm in a situation. Makosaskis. And I'm usually the type that rescues people when they're going to trans. But Makosi needs a shiny round. Yeah. So maybe the next hangout we have will make it open so we can meet our spiritual family. Ne? But yeah, please do come attend the events, even if it's just the hangout we did. We had a dope one guy New Year, to the ones that could come. And yeah, like like we're saying here we want to be led by my art. We're not judging each other. We are like one big happy family, you know. Yeah, and I know yeah, there's a lot, but we've covered a lot of things. We've answered a lot of questions. Like I said, those who know me in personal life have asked me, Gogo, why don't we see you here and whatnot. I've answered those. It's not I guess that mate. Yeah, I don't do shade, you know. And for people who'd want to who are speaking about me in the street, please just say my name, you know. Like I get delegate camp until somebody comes for me directly. I think I will then maybe respond long shade camp and all of that. I don't operate in that way, you know. If you wanna shade my friends and other people and all of that, this is me in general, you know. Don't come through the corners, come to me directly, you know. But Kanga spirituality though, I don't take it to the streets in terms of spirituality, you know. And shout out to the Kemet for our boys as well. They had a dope um New Year situation, right? Batsokodi big footy, bo Lenzo Munye and all of that. Kiba the ones who are holding our land. They came again today. So we're growing. So thank you guys for growing our family as well. Thank you, Spiritual G, so much. You grew our family. Now we are irritating the ones, but Sabatlinka, our land of our ancestors. But thank you so much. Uncle Ma'at, happy today. I will see you guys. We're hoping we're gonna have a lively the family our last guest now, but we're gonna bring him leather wife. It's a beautiful definition, yeah, black love that we see there, ne? Ngaka ngaka, yes, and his wife. We have please follow Melody Twala as well. Please follow Melody Twala. She also has a nice black love thingy situation that's happening. What's up, Mohammed, and your retracted messages. But thank you, Uncle Ma'at, before I go over and over. But yes, please share knowledge, heal Black people, say Black people, but don't want to control Black people. Let's say about spirits are free and diverse and all of that. Ne? Help Black people elevate to other heights. I hope YouTube will be kind to us on this one. Okay, Uncle Ma'at.